Seeding is arguably the most critical task in the cropping cycle. Success in this important task starts with getting the tractor, drill, and cart attached so that the whole system operates at peak performance right from the start. After watching part 1 of this video series, you will be able to configure the tractor correctly to make the system perform to customer expectations and connect the tractor to the drill correctly. The first step to maximize performance in the seeding operation is to make sure the tractor is ballasted correctly. 2 pieces of information are needed to begin calculating the ballast for your tractor. First, you'll need to find the recommended weight split. The second piece of information you'll need is the total desired weight of the tractor. See the operator's manual for guidelines to achieve optimal ballast for your seeding operation. Remember, once you have the recommended ballast, we still need to verify performance in the field. Conditions such as your specific soil type may require small adjustments. See the Ballast and Tire video series on the John Deere YouTube channel for additional information on correctly ballasting your tractor. 560 horsepower is the recommended minimum requirement for the 76-foot 1870 and C850 cart paired together. Terrain, seeding depth, and operating speed will determine the need for additional horsepower. 130 horsepower is required for the C850 cart and approximately 6 horsepower per foot for the tool. Of course, we need to make sure we match the drawbar with the hitch. The 1870 is compatible with the Cat 4 and Cat 5 drawbar, but if you are running a C850 air cart, you will need a Cat 5 hitch link between the tractor and the 1870, along with a wagon-style hitch link between the 1870 and the C850. See your OM for more information. The main goal here is to make sure we are not exceeding the vertical load limit. Our next critical task is connecting the 1870 to the tractor hydraulics. These include low pressure return, brake port, and power beyond, implement raise and lower, fold unfold, blower 1, blower 2. The first connection we need to make is the low pressure return to the case drain. Also connect the brake port, which is required for cart brakes. SCV1 for raise and lower of the tool frame. SCV2 connection for wing fold unfold. SCV3 for bottom chute blower. SCV4 for top chute blower. Since both blowers are set to continuous operation and require a good bit of flow, we split the blowers between the hydraulic pumps. SCV3 is powered by the main hydraulic pump, while SCV4 is powered by the secondary pump. This allows us to balance the continuous flow demand across both pumps, reducing issues of slow hydraulic flow or the possibility of flow sharing. If the tractor is not equipped with power beyond, SCV5 can be utilized to provide hydraulics for trip force and pack pressure, although the recommendation is to have power beyond. Also note that your 9 family tractor requires the high flow 78 gallon per minute hydraulic option. Power beyond is utilized for pack pressure and trip force on the 1870 air seeder. On the C850, Power Beyond controls the meters, section control, and partial control of the conveyance system. Using Power Beyond for these functions saves fuel, engine horsepower, and will also reduce hydraulic heat buildup. Hydraulic requirements for the C850 are 22 to 25 gallons per minute for the fans, running at maximum RPMs. The meters require about 3 gallons per minute. Also remember, your specific soil type can also affect the optimal setting for the system. The C850 cart is equipped with hydraulic disc brakes, therefore we need to connect to the brake port at the rear of the tractor. It's also important to note that some tractors may require an installation of a hydraulic brake port kit. We also need to connect to the electrical connections at the rear of the tractor. ISO connection is required for the implement harness, as well as connecting the lighting harness to the 7-pin connector. A Generation 4 display with a 4600 processor is needed to run the 1870 air seeder with the C850 air cart. An operator can also use the 2630 display in tandem with the Generation 4 display in order to monitor all important tasks during the seeding operation. You will find a table for the proper tire inflation pressures for the 1870 in the operator's manual. Proper inflation pressures are not only important for the tractor, but also for the implement. Improper pressures can affect implement performance as well. It's also a good idea to regularly inspect the wheel scrapers for buildup, as this can also affect performance. Now that you have the tractor connected to the drill, it's time to connect the cart to the drill, which we will cover in part 2 of this video series. To review, you are now able to configure the tractor correctly to make the system perform to customer expectations, and connect the tractor to the drill correctly.